Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fathimah Azzahra 13 and I come from class A. Now in here I want to criticize the critical review of a film by a famous critic, namely James Berardinelli, in the film Dear Evan Hansen 20 and 21. Okay, now in here, next I want to show you about my critique. The criticism made by James in this film in terms of the film's plot, character, setting, and conflict has been explained sufficiently. However, in my opinion, the explanation about the setting in this critical review is still lacking. So as a reader, I don't really understand where or in what year the event or conflict in this film took place. Then in his critical review, James explained it well when he explained the plot, character, and conflict aspect of the film. In the fourth, 5, and 6 paragraph, James mentioned the plot in this film. The plot is conveyed sufficiently and not so spoiler for the readers. In that paragraph, James also mentioned several characters that really need to be mentioned to tell the readers about the main players in this film. Then, in 7th paragraph, James mentioned the quality of the actors who all have good skill in playing their characters in this film. James said that many senior actors who took part in this film did not affect the skill of the young players. So, in his critical review, James did not mention how the history of this film was created, but he mentioned the similarities of this film with other films he had seen. In the first paragraph, he explained that this film has similarities with other films and James gave a little description of the film. Therefore, in the first paragraph, James is able to make the reader more curious about all aspects contained in this film. This is done so that the readers are more interested in this film, but it is not immediately described extensively in the first paragraph. James claimed in his critique that this film is very heartbreaking to be shown on stage and this film is not suitable to be made into a film. The author mentioned this statement in the 7th paragraph in the third line. The aspect that is considered in this paragraph is the nature of the character with the age of the actor who are not balanced. Then, in the 8th paragraph, the second and the third line, James mentioned that based on this film, it can be concluded that their strength lies in stopping big shows featuring complex choreography. Not much to find at Dear Evan Hansen. The number are mostly theory ballads, and every time someone starts singing, the movie gets worse for it. The aspect that is considered in the paragraph is the choreography of the movement when acting. In writing this critical review, James Berardinelli completed his review, and the pouring of ideas about this film was pretty neat. The structure of the preparation in writing this critical review is very clear. From the first paragraph, the author only gives a little picture, then the next paragraph until the end of the author in a sequence and clearly explain the film plot, character, setting, and conflict about this film. For me, who has read the critical review made by James Berardinelli, it is easy to read, but the language is still very formal. So it takes several readings to understand how narrow the picture is in the film. James Berardinelli composes a critical review about this film. In my opinion, it is very good and sufficient for the portion. James gave a honest rating and review of this film. The author admits that this film still has many shortcomings in its cinematography. Not only that, the author also gave this film a rating of 5 stars. According to him, this film only has a value of the 2.5 out of 5 stars. I really admire the author's presentation in the first paragraph. The author mentioned a little description of the film but by comparing it with other films. So at the beginning of the paragraph, the author does not give too much spoiler to the film in his critical review. I think in writing the next critical review, it might be possible to mention the year of manufacture or clear setting about the film that will be criticized, so that the reader can get carried away in the atmosphere of the film before watching it. Writing genres in a critical review is also necessary. And at the end, it is hoped that the author will be able to mention the criteria for the audience that is suitable for watching this film, because it is an appeal so that not just anyone or any age can watch this film. Okay, I think it's enough about my presentation. I sorry if I have any mistake. And the last I say to you, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.